Let's see if these figures are great or are they fantastic? Hey everyone, today's video we're going to take a look at the Thing and the Silver Surfer from the Fantastic Four First Steps. So um, let's start with the Silver Surfer. All right, let's take a closer look at Silver Surfer. You can see she is very shiny, not exactly chrome, but you pretty much get the point. Uh, it's almost like a little pearlescence used on the body. There's more here on the face. You could definitely see more around her eyes, around the little bit of darkness. And I thought with Silver Surfer, her eyes would have been all white, but if you get, close up, you should be able to see her eyeballs there. And not much of a wash in the hair, but you could definitely see the texture in the hair. And the way that they did their hair, at least right here, it is going to get in the way of articulation of her looking up. But yeah, we'll get more into articulation later. Let's see what accessories she comes with. First up is her board. You can see that it does, I guess it does have a little bit of weathering. These grooves here, I don't know, space dust or whatever, are constantly flying around in space, get a little bit wear and tear on the board. Shows a little bit more on the bottom. A little foot peg, for her foot. But yeah, that's her surfboard, and it does definitely stand a little bit taller than her. What's pretty cool that came with this figure is you get a pretty nice, decent looking display base to put the board on. Whoops. But yeah, got some nice detailing, some browns and oranges, little bit transparent, and pretty much you can just get the board, and if you see some of these grooves here, you just pretty much slide the board in until it's secure. It won't go anywhere, and that looks pretty awesome. Silver Surfer does come with two fisted hands, and she comes with two open hands. Basically, most of the female figures you'll see with these open power wielding hands. And this would be the other hand she comes with. Basically, she uses it to either hold her surfboard, or while she's surfing in space, she can hold on to it there. But that's the only other hand that she comes with. So let's check out her articulation. Head will definitely move side to side, but she really won't look up much, hardly at all, again, because of the hair. Her head is on a ball hinge. She can look down pretty much all the way. She can just about bury her chin into her clavicle. Let's see if we can get it to look up a little bit more. And using that hinge, you can have her look up a little bit more. I believe she's on an older body, so unfortunately there's no butterfly joints, but her arm will go all the way around. and they should come up to about, you know, it can go past 90. Double elbow, so her arm pretty much goes up all the way. There is a bicep swivel, and all the hands will rotate, and they also go in and out. So her body will twist side to side. She doesn't have much of an ab crunch, uh, better back bend. But yeah, like I said, older body, she doesn't have a waist swivel at all or ab crunch there. That's just mostly in the upper diaphragm. Her body will tilt very nice. So her leg will go forward about this much, which is about 90. It will come back a little bit, not too bad, and it'll go out pretty much all the way. She does have a thigh swivel and a double knee joint. The foot will come down pretty good ways, goes up about there, and it will pivot from one side to the other. So what I'll probably do is at the end of the video, I'll post some pictures of her on the board. Her foot peg doesn't really, oh, it's not that great. It's a little too shallow for me. Um, but yeah, I mean, she looks cool. But yeah, at the end, I will post some other pictures. So let's take a look at the thing. All right, here's the thing, and I will say he does have a little bit of weight to him. He's kind of hefty. But here we go. Marvel's the thing. Here's his icon. Again, Fantastic Four, the first steps. Here's a picture of the thing, and pretty much the same picture. A close up of the head, the thing, little window you can see on the side, the four on the top. Here's the barcode, some legalese. Let's get them open. Okay, let's take a look at Ben Grimm. The detailing in the body is really nice. There is just a little bit of washes here and there, especially on the brow. I like how this thing definitely looks more like his comic book appearance. Um, the original Fantastic Four, and by original, there was actually a movie in the 90s. It looked pretty bad, but there was that thing. He seemed to be taller than pretty much all the characters. Um, the other thing, or the other Fantastic Four movie with Chris Evans as the Human Torch and Jessica Alba's Invisible Woman. Um, that thing wasn't too bad, but I mean, he had kind of the eyebrows, but they weren't as prominent. And then, well, I don't really think I need to mention the other Fantastic Four movie. Uh, yeah, I'll just let that just kind of go by the wayside. But this new movie, uh, that thing looks fantastic. Um, but here on the back, I like how all the different textures, you know, in the head, the body, and the arms, and even in the feet, you know, they're not, it's not just smooth. You know, they got some parts that kind of jut out a little bit, um, which is pretty awesome. Some detailing in his uniform, you know, all these detailings here, the white in the belt, the Fantastic Four insignia, and then even some of the details in the lower legs. Looks good. Definitely have more of the Fantastic Four logo. So nice touches. I don't know if these are real paint misses or if that should have been all black, but not a big deal to me anyway. Um, and he has a silver or a gray bracelet, a communicator, something like that. I believe you need to be careful when you're changing the hands because I think this piece can come off, and I don't think you want to, feed the carpet monster and then another 4 right there. But yeah, let's check out his articulation. So on the head, it is a dumbbell joint. So he can definitely look side to side and he'll look up okay and definitely will look down all right. He has pretty good tilt. No butterfly joints in the arms. They will go all the way around and they'll come about this much. I think the interesting thing about the upper arm, it's just a piece. I think there's a hole inside, and the area that connects the lower arm connects into the shoulder, and you have this deeper cut here in the forearm. But the bicep part will swivel. It'll go all the way around. The arm will bend up to about 90. All the hands will rotate. The hands can go in and out. So the upper body has some tilt to it. It will twist. There's a little bit of ab crunch. It will go forward some, goes back all right. There's also a little twist in the lower body. The legs will come forward about this much, comes out, almost all the way, not quite. Not a whole lot back. There is a thigh swivel and a double knee joint that will come up to about there. The foot will come down about this much, comes up about this much, and it can pivot side to side. Now, by default, he does come with these fisted hands. It would have been nice. It's not a spoiler. I mean, I haven't seen the movie yet, but there are scenes in the previews where Ben Grimm does have a beard. It would have been cool if they gave us an alternate head that does have the beard. And he does come with 2 open hands. They're both different. They're not exactly the same. So the question is, are these figures fantastic or are they meh? Um, I don't think they are that fantastic, but they are definitely not meh. They're pretty good. You can definitely get them into some pretty dynamic poses, but like with the Silver Surfer, uh, she's on an older female body, and they've updated this body already at least once or twice. Once with the Black Widow, and recently the Gamerverse Psylocke. So I don't know why Hasbro just didn't try using a newer body, or they just are trying to get the most out of the bodies that they have. Now, I only got Silver Surfer and the Thing from this wave. Am I going to get the rest? I really don't know. I really like Ben Grimm, and it never hurts to have another Silver Surfer, um, whether it's Norn Rad or and I don't remember her name. Again, I haven't watched the movie just yet, but having a variety never hurts. I actually might get the Invisible Woman if I come across her. I know I can definitely get her, online, but I don't know. We'll wait and see. I am planning to see the movie. The question is when, and I don't have the answer to that. I kind of do want to see it in a movie theater, but with what's happened to me recently, if you know, you know, um, I don't know. I'll either look at an earlier time slot for a movie or just wait till it comes out on Disney Plus. But I think that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, hit the like button. Then, uh, if you haven't subscribed, which most of my viewers haven't, I would appreciate it. I would like to at least hit 1,000 subscribers before this year is over. So I would appreciate it if you just hit that button. Um, Let me know if you picked up these figures and did you see the movie yet? Let me know down in the comments below, but please, no spoilers. I've heard from friends and some other people that have seen it. They thought it was really good. It was really fun. So, I'm looking forward to seeing it. But that's going to do it for this video. Simo says, collect what you like. Be awesome to one another. It's clobbering time.